Ah. Seriously, the most terrifying happy face I've ever seen.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the fans' hobby, MEG-TYRANNO. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Now, as you can see, I have him in the box because I want you to get to the full effect here of what's going on. So just like with Naval Commander, their Armada Optimus Prime, they packed him in the same style packaging, similar to the same style packaging of the original Armada figure, and I absolutely love this. You can see packed in tank mode, as it should be, but yeah, beautifully done. We can see here, multi-modes, mini robot included, tank mode, robot mode, mobile fortress mode, bloody things and stuff. Oh, look at those product shots. And on this side, we have the Megs, and on this side, we have the Megs, and up top, we have the Megs and the things and the stuff and the things. On the bottom, oh, look at that tank. And on the back of the box, of course, we have some obligatory product shots, all the things and stuff and stuff and things and stuff that he does. And yes, beautiful. I'm not going to throw this box because I'm going to keep this box, because after this review, he is going right back in here and he's going to get displayed alongside Naval Commander because this packaging is just too beautiful to throw away. So we're going to get him out of the box real quick. And there he is out of the box, and also included in the box is the collector's card with an image there of Megs on the back. Megs again, tech specs, hooray for cards. So moving right along here, we have MEG-TYRANNO, and this is Fans Hobby's take on Armada Megatron to complement their Armada Optimus Prime. And here he is in his tank mode. Again, he was packed in tank mode, as it should be. And yeah, lovely figure, just nice and beefy and solid, just really well done, in my opinion. But let's get in close here so we can take a look at the details. You can see the big cannon there, done in that nice gunmetal gray. You get some transparent red in there because we're going to have some lights that go off in there. And overall, we get some nice detail. You can see his horns sticking out the front there, as it should be. And you get some nice orange in there and grays, and you get some silvers in there as well. You get some silver here in the tank treads. You do have rubber working tank treads, which is quite nice. Again, some nice detailing here. Get some orange, get some purple, some more silver. Some more silver here, some more silver back there. All in all, looks quite good. You get some nice detailing up here as well on the turrets with some silver and some yellows. So overall, looks quite nice. And again, I'll just give you a quick look. Here is the top. Here is the bottom. He does have visible arm and kind of body syndrome. At least his face is covered up. And he does roll, kind of, as rolling things should. Again, he does have the working tank treads, and you can pull it around, and the treads will work. You may have to apply like a little bit of downward pressure to get all of those tank treads to engage and start working, but for the most part, it works pretty well. It kind of rolls as rolling murder tanks should. Hooray for rolling murder tanks. And for comparison, here he is with the Fans Hobby Armada Prime, and they look delicious together. Ooh, nice. And here he is with the original Armada Megatron. Do we count this as precious? I'm counting it as precious. It's precious. Oh, so precious. Now, as far as articulation in tank mode goes, the turret itself can rotate. It only goes about that far, but if you lift it up, it can do a full 360 there. The cannon can move all the way up, can move down. So you have that going on there. Just close that flap back up. And there you have that. And let's not forget his little buddy. Megs here comes with his Minicon Leader 1. And here he is in his alt mode. You got the cannons up top. Got that nice blue there for the windshield and the headlights. One issue I have with mine is I can't get this side to completely close in all the way like it's supposed to. You see that side sets flush, but I can't get this side to set flush. Don't know why. Don't know if I just did something wrong. He does have visible, visible everything syndrome, really, but hey, you can always turn his head around if you don't want to see his face. You can always do that. That's a thing you can do. There you go. No more visible head syndrome, but still visible everything else syndrome. So yeah, no, not too much of an improvement, but either way, he rolls as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling. And for comparison, here he is with the Fans Hobby spark plug. So you can see how they look side by side. And here he is with the original Armada Leader 1. So you can see how they look. If the camera will focus. Focus, camera. There we go. So you can see how they look side by side there. So there you go. So now let's talk about gimmicks, because we got a lot of them here with this dude. Now the first gimmick is a pretty cool one. We got this lever right up here, and when we rotate this lever, you can see the barrel of the cannon will extend and retract, and a nice bright LED will go off in the barrel, so you can bloosh, 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 all kinds of blooshing he can do. And the switch for it is just right under here, so when it retracts, it just pushes that. And that's what makes the light go off. Now, the cannon takes 2 LR44s, which are not included. You will have to get those yourself, but you can get them cheap on Amazon. But yeah, you get that cool little feature going on. And another thing is, obviously, we have Minicon ports. You have 2 on either side here that you can just flip out. So you can take Leader 1, you can plug whatever Minicons you have around him. Things you can do if you want to do it. In this sense, you can just flip them back in if you don't want to use them. And now we can kind of do the what they call the Mobile Fortress mode. And to do that, first thing we're going to do is open up this panel here on the side, and we have this little bit here we just want to dump out. And you have a little double-barreled cannon here. You just come under here and extend those barrels. Then you lift this section up, lift up this little transparent red panel here. You have a little targeting reticule tampoed on. Then you just flip out these little blast shields like that. And then you take these cannons, they will tab in right up front. So you have a little artillery platform right there, which is quite cute. And on this side, we can open up this panel and dump that out. And we can extend this ramp here. So we got that going on. And then this is just an arm here that we extend with a claw. The claw! You're scared of the claw. You're scared of the claw. Sorry. But that has, as you can see, multiple hinges. The claw itself can rotate and can open and close. And that will just plug right there. So we can have that going on. Another thing we can do is we can come back here, open up this section, and open this up. And we have a little light capture claw here. So we can take a Minicon and go, Murr! I guess actually it'd be more appropriate to capture a spark plug here. We can go, Murr! And you can go, oh no, I has been captured. Help me, Optimus Prime, help me. That's what he would say. That's all the things he would say. But anyway, then we can come on down to this section, open this up, flip out this little panel here. Then we'll flip out this section and rotate all of this out. And what you can do here is you can sit any of your Minicons right here. There's a button you push, and it will launch him. So you have a little spring-loaded, this little spring-loaded panel here that just shoots out. Let's see how it works with this spark plug. Put him right up against it, and it actually shoots him pretty good. So there you go. So you got some cool little action features there. I like it. I like it. And you can come back here and you can open up these doors. You got like a little hanger in there. You can have Leader 1 chilling in there if you want to. And you can roll out and go, I'm ready, boss. You know, you can do all that. Do all kinds of that. Things you can do if you want to do it. But that's not it. Oh no, we're not done. There's still more we can do here. We can come up here to the turrets. And when you pull this section out, these little missile launchers flip out. You have these missiles here that flip out as well. There's also a little handle in here that you just want to flip out. See a little seat in there. And you do have little firing missiles in here. You get 4 missiles in total. They're little missiles. You have a little button right here. Just push them in, boop, and they will shoot. And one of them just flew. I don't know where it went. I think I lost one already. But you guys see, they're tiny. They're tiny little missiles. You get 2 of those. Oh, I know where that went. It went right here. There we go. Be careful with these. You're going to lose them. Oh, cat hair not included, as always. Luckily, I have the spare ones right here. Again, you get 4 in total, so you have extras. There you go. You got tiny little missiles here. And you can also take Leader 1 and just sit him down right in here. And he can man that station right there if you want to. Or if you want, you can have him, you know, standing right here. Manning these guns. You can do whatever you want. As always, it's yours. Display it however you wish. But very cool. You get some cool play features here with this figure, and I am a fan of that. And one thing to note also, when you're closing these sections back up in the turret, first you want to flip the little handle down, but you want to flip this section down first. If you try to flip this section down, it's not going to lock. You want to flip this down first. That will lock, and now you can bring this down, and that will lock into place right there. So that is how that little action works there. But again, very cool, and there you have your mobile fortress mode. So that is basically it for the tank mode. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? I can't spin them, it's all rubber, lots of rubber. But anyway, to begin, the first thing we want to do is we want to take the turret, just pull it up, and it's on a double hinge here that allows you to kind of take it and swing it down like that. So it sits offset. Just bring it down like that, and that will pretty much keep it out of your way. So once we've done that, we want to just come here and just basically just kind of split this like so. Just kind of crack it. Just kind of crack it like an egg, just like that, just to get things unseated here. So first thing we're going to do is take this panel here, raise this up. There's this little section here. You're going to flip in, flip, there we go, flip that in, like so. You can just flatten that out. This panel here just pushes in and flattens out right in there. Second verse is like the first, just bring that up, flip that little section in, bring that down, push that in, and there you go. Then you want to come here to the front and just open up these sections here and bring those out like that. These tread sections are on a double hinge right in here, so you want to raise them up like that, so you have the clearance to bring this little section up and then bring this panel down. Then you can flatten that out. The same thing on the other side. Just bring that up, then just bring that up, bring that down, and flatten that out. And now for the treads themselves, you have this little release here. You want to slide this up, and that will allow you to compress the treads in. Do the same thing on the other side. Just slide that forward, compress the treads in. There you go. So you can kind of bring these down to get them out of your way. And now we can work on what's going on back here. So you're going to take this bit here, just raise it up a little bit, rotate it 180. You're going to then bring this down. This little panel here, you just want to flip up and around, bring up his toes, and there you have a foot. And once you've done that, come to this section here, flip this panel over, then bring all this over, close that up, like so. And second verse, guess what, just like the first. So just swing that around, get that out of your way. And again, you're going to bring this up, rotate around, bring that down, hit this panel, flip it up and over, and bring this up. There you have your foot. flip this panel over, bring that over, close that up, and there you go. Now once you have done that, you can now split the legs and open them up like so. One cool thing also, this is a detail I did not have to include, but the inside of the legs you can see actually has some painted. I think it's painted. I don't think it's a sticker. I don't know if it's a decal. It might be a decal, but I don't know. It doesn't look like it wants to scratch off or anything, but some nice detail going on in there, some tamper-graph detail. That looks pretty cool, and that's detail they didn't have to include, but it's in there. You don't really see it that well when he's in tank mode, but still, it's there. It's cool. Hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it nonetheless. But anyway, he's got to get his legs somewhat straightened out, so what we're going to do here is open this section up. This will collapse in, tab in there, bring that up, bring that down, and you're done. Second verse just like the first. Just open that up, and then just collapse that in. Bring that up, bring that down, and voila. Now we can bring the legs down, like so, and now we can get him standing. Hooray, hooray for standing. So now that he is vertical, we can come around here, and what's going to happen here is, first, if it hasn't done it for you already, you want to untab his forearms. You just tab into his butt here. So untab his forearms, and you're going to slide out the shoulder pad, slide out the entire arm here, like that. Slide out the shoulder pad, and then slide out the entire arm, and then they will just swing forward, and they will lock on either side, like that. Bring his arms out a little bit. You have these little skirt panels here. They just untab and come down, untab and come down. Once you've done that, you can take the waist and rotate it 180 so things are facing forward, as forward-facing things should. So you got that going on. So usually the chest is sitting in this forward position. You want to then just slide that back. Then for the chestial region, you have these two little sections that flip out. You slide this down, and this will come down and just sit right in there, like so, to reveal that beautiful face of his. And hey! He fainted from how beautiful his face is. He fainted. He fainted. Alright, sorry. So now, what's going to happen now? You're just going to rotate his arms around so the elbows are oriented properly. And you can see how the hands are supposed to go for tank mode, and then you just straighten them out, bring down the thumb. There you go, voila, hands. And just rotate the bicep, and just get the hands looking more so the way hands should look. And there we go. So now we can come up here. The shoulder pads are just going to rock back. So you just sit right over his shoulders as they should. You can get out of the way. There we go. Bring it all the way back, so you sit right there. Now, last thing we need to do is just bring up the turret. So you want the turret basically sitting at pretty much this angle here. And once you get it there, there is like a tab slot connection here. And it's not easy to show, but you'll feel it when you push it in. It will go where it needs to go. And once you do that, raise up his arm, and you can then bring that cannon up under it, like so. Again, as always, cat hair not included. Oh, get away. Get away! But there you go. I think we're done. Are we done? Yes, we're done. Woo, we're done. And there you have MEG-TYRANNO, a.k.a. Armada Megatron, in his robot mode. And he looks good, in my opinion. He looks like Armada Meg's. The transformation is nice, it's smooth, it's enjoyable. Now, I know some people are going to complain about all the panels you're having to flip around, but you know what? I'd rather complain about things that don't work, because that makes way more sense than complaining about things that do work. This transformation works, I'm happy, but to each their own. But he looks good, dang it. I think he looks good. Let's get in close here so we can take a look, not at his pecs, at those massive pecs, but let's take a look at that noggin. Now, this is the face that he comes packed with, just kind of like a ha face. He's happy. He's pleased. You can see, got nice metallic red painted eyes. You got the silver in there. The face is done in a nice metallic purple. You get that orange in there. And nice silver in the chest. Orange. Yeah, overall, nicely done design, in my opinion anyway. That's good. Big old feet. And move the back. Got the treads hanging out there. Of course, you have the turret back there, which is accurate. He's supposed to have that back there. But all in all, I think he looks quite good, and definitely his shoulder pad game is strong. I think, people talk about Ultra Magnus and his shoulder pad game, or, Laser Optimus Prime, but I don't think any of them beat Armada Megatron's shoulder pad game. I mean, I think he has them all beat, personally. I don't know. But anyway, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint, so you do have your wiggly-waggly. You can look up a little bit, look down a little bit. Head can do a full 360. Arms can rotate. A nice ratchet. Obviously, it can only go as far as its huge shoulder pads will allow, but you can get good range of movement. Backward, you can get that far back. Outward, you can get nice range there. Nice ratchets. Moving on down. You do have bicep rotation. You have a double jointed elbow. Nice full range of movement there. You got wrist rotation. The thumb is just on a ball joint at the base. It can basically just kind of move up and down. You have this hinge here at the palm. You can move that in and out if you want to. You have a joint here and a joint here. Each finger is individually posable. So you can get some good poses there. You do have waist rotation. Sorry, is this bothering you? Sorry. You have waist rotation. He does have a little bit of an ab crunch. We can move these panels out of the way to accommodate the leg movement. Legs can move forward that far. Back that far. Outward. You can do the full splits and a little extra. You got thigh rotation. You got 90 degrees of bend there at the knee. And the feet, they can move up. They can't really move down. You do have rotation, and you do have ankle tiltage. And you can also, as you can see, move that, basically the pad of his foot down to help you support any posing, as well as the toes. You can move those down if you need to. Now, as far as gimmicks in robot mode goes, you can still use the cannon feature here. And turn that around. You can still bloosh, 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 bloosh. You can do all kinds of that. You also have this handle here that you can flip out. You can kind of rotate up and down a little bit. And you can get his hand position just right, get his arm position just right. You can hold that like so. So you can have that look going on. If you wish, things you can do if you want to do it. You do have these flip out little arm blades. Now, on the original figure, the blade would flip up into his hand, which is cool and all. I like that gimmick too, but for me personally, I'm a sucker for just good old-fashioned arm blades. But hey, things you can do if you want to do it. And you also get some noggin options. You get options for his horns. So if you don't like these kind of more angled horns, these just untab, and you can install these horns, which are more indicative of the original figure. You can see them side by side. So you can have whatever look you want there for the horns. As always, this yours, display it however you wish. There you go. You can have that look going on if you want to. Totally up to you. And you do get an optional, well, not really a face, but an optional nose and mouth. So if you don't want them all like, ha! You can just give him kind of the serious, stern face. And honestly, the face isn't that easy to get out. You have to take his head apart, and you have to basically kind of pop his head off. You have to loosen the screws in the back to pop his head off so you can get under here and actually wedge this out, because otherwise it's kind of impossible to do. But you can give him the serious mouth if you want to. Get done in nice metallic purple. But again, you have the option, and as always, options are good. And you do also get optional eyes, and this is to facilitate the light up feature. Now, I do have the painted eyes, but they do also give you a set of transparent eyes. Now, granted, you really don't need these because when you have the lights in, you have a button right here on top of his head. Even with the painted eyes, that light still shines through. So you don't really need the transparent eyes. His eyes will glow regardless. But yeah. And to change the batteries, you just undo the two screws in the back of his head, take the head apart. It takes 2 AG0 batteries, which again are not included. You have to get those yourself, but you can get them cheap on Amazon. But yeah, even without the transparent eyes in there, those eyes still glow nice and bright regardless. Like that light just goes right through it. So hey, either way, whatever you want to do. As always, whatever you want to do. And one more thing we can do here in robot mode is we can have the turret sitting on his chest the way the original toy did. And do I remember how to do this? I've only done this once because I genuinely don't care about this mode. See if I remember how to do this. Bring this out and you're going to raise up the chest. We need to pull the turret out so we can swing this down, and we're going to rotate his chest around, and then we can close it up, I believe, and then we have to rotate the waist around like that. And you have these little panels here you can raise up. So you have the clearance to bring this up in front of his chest like that. Then you can just bring this forward like so. I believe that's how you do it. And yeah, there he is with the cannon on his chest there. Again, things you can do if you want to do it. I personally don't care for this mode. I'll never display him in this mode, but hey, it's a thing you can do. I have no idea if they're going to work on an Armada tidal wave to combine with him. I don't know if that's something that's in the works, something they're planning on doing. Who knows? We'll just see what the future brings, but as far as this goes, again, something you can do if you want to do it. And again, little gimmick works here. You can do that, the bloosh. Although, when you use it in this mode, the light will stay on. So you'll straighten it back out and bring that back to the back position. But you can still use that gimmick there if you want to. But there you have that. And now let's get on back to Leader 1, because we still need to transform him, shall we? You can spin him at least. So, transformation for him is pretty simple. You just untab these sections here from his legs. Untab and untab. Then you can bring the legs down. Take these cannons, just flip them up into his legs, like so. His arms do move independently of these shoulder sections here. So you can just kind of angle those however you want. Let's bring those out. Take this little section here. Bring that back. Turn his head around. And there you have Leader 1 in his robot mode. And he's a little guy. He's just a little guy. But we're getting close here. So we can take a good look at this little guy. Got that yellow there for the visor. Nice detail on the chest. The Minicon port in a very unfortunate area. But little feeties. There you go. Not a whole lot going on there articulation-wise. This little head is on a ball joint. Wiggly waggly, wiggly waggly. Arms, they can rotate. That's pretty much it. You can't rotate the entire section, but as far as the arm by itself, if you want to move it independently of the shoulder piece, that's as far as you're going to go up. Just a little bit of outward movement, not too much. You don't have too much wiggly waggly there. He does have an ab crunch, so that's what he's got going for him. Legs, and go forward that far, back, that far, outward, not too far. Knee joints. With the cannons in place, you can get slightly under 90 degrees. If you move those out of the way, obviously you can get a lot more. And that is pretty much it there. Now, for comparison, here he is with the Fans Hobby spark plug. And this guy was not good. This guy, definitely better. Definitely a much better, a much more nicely done Minicon. If I can get him to stand. There we go. I don't know why he's standing all crooked now. You'll stand because it's normal. There we go. See those two together. But yeah, this guy, not so much. This guy, I like him a lot better. And here he is with the original Armada Leader 1. You can see those two side by side. Precious! Oh, so precious. And one more thing we can do here is he does have a gun mode, so we can just turn his head back around so we don't have the visible head syndrome. Close that up. Get the arms back where they were. You're going to leave the legs straight. You're going to flip out the cannons here, and now these sections are going to tab in right in here. You can see. Just collapse all that in, and that will tab in on either side right there, and right there, like that. You can just collapse all this in, like so. And you got a handle here that you can flip out, and there is Leader 1 in his gun mode. There you go. I mean, he's just laying on his back basically, but hey, it's a gun mode. Things you can do. And we can take Leader 1 and plug him into Meg's hand via that rail system, which I absolutely love. And I said it before, I'll say it again. I think all companies should adapt this method of weapon holding because it works so well. And there you go, computer bang bang, pew pew bang bang, and all of that good stuff right there. But yeah, it looks like he's just holding a robot laying on his back. But you know what? Again, things you can do if you want. But let's get him. You know what? Let's get him back in robot mode here, just so we can see the two side by side here. But there he is. There's Meg's. There's Leader 1. They make a nice team, don't you think? I think. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with Masterpiece Megs. Here he is with the original Armada Megs, because he's precious. I'm calling him precious. Here he is with the Fans Hobby Armada Prime, the base robot mode, anyway. And with the Fans Hobby Armada Prime in his super mode here, and you can see he gets a lot bigger. But there you go. So there you have MEG-TYRANNO, and yeah, a very nicely done figure in my opinion. The figure overall is just nice and solid and beefy. I love it. The tank mode looks really good. The robot mode looks really good. The transformation, it's smooth, it's fluid, it is enjoyable. The only real nitpick I have is just, I wish it was easier to get the faces swapped out. It's just kind of a chore to get the faces swapped out. But other than that, he's awesome. I really like him. I really like him. You get gimmicks, you get play features. I mean, overall, I think he is the complete package. But again, that is just my opinion. But yeah, I dig him. I dig him. So there you go. Now, if you would like this or any of Fans Hobby's other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out my third-party Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Fans Hobby MEG-TYRANNO. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. What the? Oh, Primus! What? Megs, is that you? Yeah, what do you think? It's my new look. Yeah, it seems a bit much. A bit much? What are you talking about? Oh, come on, I mean, what's with the horns? I mean, and the cannon? I mean, as if the other cannon wasn't overcompensating enough. This is just ridiculous. No, you're just jealous. Jealous? Oh, whatever. It's okay. Cannon envy is totally natural. Shut up! But seriously, I look good though, right?